I am live. Live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creatively Lisa. High vibing in from Long Beach, California. Today is Wednesday, and we are almost halfway through the week of High Vibe Dog, my dog series. And I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for coming on, and whether you're seeing it live or whether you're seeing the replay, I appreciate you. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch, to experience, to learn, and to strive to grow a deeper, more connected, high vibrational, holistic life with your pup. Our babies give us so much. The least we can do is give back to them any way we can. All right. So first I want to, I've had crazy couple of weeks, and I got some amazing news yesterday. And so I'm going to share it. It has nothing to do with the topic at hand, but it's pretty awesome. I've been dealing with a lot of dental stuff, Invisalign, and then gum problems because of the Invisalign, and all kinds of different things. And so I undertook oral surgery about 2 weeks ago now. And I don't know if there's anything more painful, to be honest with you, the whole process and after the fact. And then I got a scare on Monday, and get in immediately, he said. So I went to the surgeon yesterday, and he thought a piece of the gums had sloughed off. It was exactly the opposite. He was amazed. He said, I've never seen this before. He goes, it's rare to get 100% coverage, and we did with you. The gums look amazing. He says, so good that I'm taking all the stitches out. So I got rid of all the stitches, and my gums still have to be very careful because they're still adhering for about the next 2 weeks or so of healing process. But what a wonderful experience. Done. Misery done. Now I have, I've saved the teeth in the bottom, and I have 100% coverage. So I feel so grateful that it's over, and such wonderful news. I got some good news before that as well. But anyway, I wanted to share that on this live, and we are going to get into the topic at hand, which is elevating your environment with non-toxic products, why it's important, and how to start. And so what does that mean to you, elevating your environment with non-toxic products? Did you know that everything we use has an energy, and it has a frequency, high, low? And in some of other of my trainings and lives and webinars I've done, I've actually gone through the frequencies of disease and of toxicity in the body and in general. And anything you use in your home is going to be increasing or decreasing. And the idea of a home environment is of protection and recharging and contentment and peace. And you want your environment to accentuate that, not take away from it. I always ask, is your home hugging you? Is it hugging you? And that means when you walk in the door, do you feel at peace? Do you feel like it's helping you lift your vibration? Do you feel serene and in flow in your home? If you don't, ask yourself why. It's important. Why aren't I? And then start looking around at you in your rooms and in under the sink. And all of this plays a key role. So reducing the toxins. So take a look under your sink. What's under there? Bleach, Clorox. I have a PDF. It's called The Positive Choice. A Dog Mama's Guide to Non-Toxic Living. And it goes over this exact topic of bleach and all the crazy laundry soaps and the floor cleaners and Windex and Clorox and ammonia and Pine Sol and the list goes on. There wouldn't be enough time in the day to communicate this. But all of these are toxic to you, but take it a step up. They're extremely toxic to dogs and cats and any other animals you have in the home. Extremely toxic. Why is it more toxic to animals versus humans? Because they're closer to the ground. They're walking around barefoot probably 90% of the, well, 100% of the time. You're walking around with probably slippers on or shoes. Don't wear shoes in the house. That brings in germs from the outside. Have slippers or something inside. And I always wipe the paws off outside. But all of this, they're picking that up. Their paws, like our skin, is extremely porous. So it pulls in everything. They're closer to the ground. So if you have toxic chemicals on the floor and you're swiffering and you're, doing all these things on your floor, not only are they laying in it and they're probably looking at picking a treat off the ground, they're breathing it in, and we wonder, how come our animals are so allergic to everything? How come they have skin allergies? It's these toxic chemicals that are causing it. It's paramount to remove toxins from your home. You can't, I'm going to clean with it and then I'm going to clean it off with water. No, the scent is still there. The residue is still going to be there. There's nothing more important than removing the toxins. I read a statistic the other day, and I'll share it with you. They did a study on dogs, cats, and humans and their toxicity levels. Check this out. Cats were 23 times more toxic than humans were. 23 times. And they're twice as toxic as dogs. Why is the difference? Because at least dogs can go outside and they're more active typically. So they're constantly panting, and that's releasing toxins. It's like we sweat, they pant. So they're releasing those toxins, some of those toxins from themselves while they're out doing activities, while they're outside. They're not trapped in the house in those smells. And that's the reason why cats are more toxic than anything else. So you have to be conscious of this. And there's so much more, their nose and you have to be really careful with cats too, and dogs really, both, but cats specifically. So it's just being conscious of what you're actually using. Look in your cabinets. What kind of shampoo are you using on your animals? What kind of products are you using on and around your animals and yourself? What's in them? Fragrance? That's a catch-all, and that's toxic. There's so many, and I go over this in my report, and I'm happy to share that with you. Matter of fact, if you want the report, if you want my ebook, then just comment clean below, and I will make sure that I get that specifically to you. I have it set up in a way that I'll make sure that you get it right away. So that's fine. And so that's why it's so important. How do you get started? That's the best way. Be open to it and take a deep breath. And know that you'll screw up. Dude, I still screw up on things. I look at stuff and go, man, I didn't even realize it. It's a lesson, and it's just taking the time to get started. And then pretty soon, you won't be overwhelmed by it. You'll just feel better. You'll just feel better. And so these are the reasons why it's important and how to get started. Just take time and start one room at a time. Start just in the kitchen, or start just in your animal stuff. What's around the animal? Start with that. And then what's in your kitchen? What's in your laundry room? What's in your bathroom and shower? One room at a time, and slowly remove all the toxins. In my, I have a line of products that I use specifically, and I could drink it. It's so good. It tastes good, but it's so non-invasive to the body, and it actually boosts the immune system. But when people buy the bundle, I give them training with it and sheets to actually know what to look for and what to swap out. What do you currently use? what are good products to switch it with. I have all of this stuff, so I'm happy to help any way I can, because we need to stay away from the chemicals all together. And as I went over earlier, some of the different ones, we've got bleach, and most over-the-counter laundry soaps are extremely toxic with neurotoxins. Pine Sol is horrible. What is it? Fantastic Cleaner or whatever. Anything from a 99-cent store, toxic. Pine Sol is toxic. All Clorox. All, what is it? The Mr. Clean. Any of these products, all laundry soaps, fabric softeners are horrendous to the body and cause even a form of, and laundry soap too, cause a form of dementia. It's a specific type from all the neurotoxins that are seeping into your body. And so it's laundry products, it's kitchen products, it's shower products, mildew stuff. All of these products are toxic. If you have anything specific that you currently use it's questionable, message me it and I'm happy to answer it. If I know about it, I'll tell you. I was looking the other day at 7th Generation, and it had sodium lauryl sulfate in it. That's one of the worst. Sodium lauryl sulfate is one of the worst. And anything with fragrance is horrendous as well. So, and it's in 7th Generation, theoretically an eco product. So most of these companies use these things because it's easy, it's cheap, and they're able to fill the bottle with crap instead of stuff that actually is good for you, or that is at least not detrimental. And most laundry soaps stay on your skin and stay on your body and stay on the clothes, the residue, for forever. And it actually, this is what I discovered as well, that it shortens the life expectancy of the item when you do it, because it deteriorates the fabric over time. Pretty bad. So if it's doing that, think about it. It's on your skin too. All right. So let's get started. Get into it instead of all the prep. So let's get going. So we've gone over why non-toxic, why it's important, how to get started lightly. And now I want to go over non-toxic products in general. So common toxic cleaners. And so as I've just gone through a list of different types of ingredients that are horrible for you, and I'll do it again because I want you to hear it. You've got sodium lauryl sulfate, you've got fragrance. Clorox is a brand, but it's bleach. It's Pine Sol, being that. All the Mr. Clean products, any laundry soaps, any bath, most bath products and cleaning products in the bathroom as well. You've got any fabric softeners and dryer sheets, again, extremely toxic for you. But around the animals, you've got candles, you've got air fresheners. Any air freshener is horrendous, and it causes so many different types of health issues, mostly respiratory, but even worse, sodium lauryl sulfate, fragrance. Sodium lauryl sulfate even can cause blindness in you and in your animals as well, and many, many other illnesses. Again, if you want my positive choice guide, it goes through many, many more, but that at least gives you a bit of an idea. And so what are alternatives? Find a solid, non-toxic line of products. I've got one. I use it religiously. And you can make your own. You can make your own products. And I have a little recipe book on that too that can help. But simple vinegar and baking soda is a good way to start. And then you can add essential oils and different types of products in with it that is going to give you the desire you need for what you're using it for. You can also use coconut oil, like floor cleaner, mix it with stuff. So there's so many different things. It takes a little bit of ingenuity to start looking at alternatives. I went the easy route. I just buy it, and I know it's good, and it cleans everything from toilets to showers. I've got the whole thing, and it makes it so much easier, and it lasts forever. It's concentrated. So I chose that route. But the benefits of natural ingredients are profound, because not only is it cleaning in a much safer way that your pets and your animals and you can be around, but depending on what the ingredients are, it can actually boost your immune system. It can help detoxify you from everything else that we're around. And it just you're just going to start noticing more differences, and you'll feel better. Things that you didn't realize was causing a problem is. I had people that have stopped itching, stopped allergies, all of these things by switching to non-toxic products. It just makes a difference in everything. So the main benefits of natural ingredients are this. Now, and as I said before, you've got vinegar, you've got baking soda, you've got essential oils. All of these are going to play depending on what you're using them for. So, and then number two, not only why do you want to go non-toxic, and how to go about it is you want to go with non-toxic products, but you also want to really focus on your personal care products and your pet products. And that is the shampoo that you're using on them. Do you use a perfume spray? Is it fragrance? Is it an essential oil? All of these things play a key role in how your pet is going to feel, how they're going to feel. So you want to look at non-toxic, plant-based, truly plant-based shampoos for them. Same if you use a conditioner, but mostly you don't even need to use a conditioner. I took the shampoo that I use and I added essential oils specific to help her fur and flea deterrent. It kept fleas away as well and pests. So I would just bathe her like I normally do, and she was good to go. And then occasionally, if I knew we were going to be out in nature and I was a little concerned, I would just take a couple of oils, lavender being one of them. That's a really easy one. And I would just, I used a couple different ones. I used cedarwood and I used 1 drop of citronella. You got to be careful with that one, but I put that in, wipe her down, and never, I had a chow, and I never had a problem with fleas, ever. And I never gave her any of those poisonous pills or drops on the back of the neck. Those cause so many problems, not only to you, but to them, but you're breathing it in as well. So it's not good for you either. So very conscious of the flea treatments that you use. And also, what does your groomer use? What does your groomer use? Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy to have you here. Ah, wonderful. Thank you so much. What does your groomer use? I would I would ask and I would interview. And if it wasn't something that I agreed with, or I saw the ingredients and I was like, okay, no, because they are looking, unfortunately, you have to be very conscious of who you're using as well, because the products that they use sometimes, not all the time, are cheap. You just are, so be conscious of that. But I would just bring in my stuff and they would use my stuff. And so at least I knew then that even the groomer was, if she was taken care of at the groomers as well. So that's it. So that's what's good there. And so you want to make sure that they're safe, obviously. And your products, the products that you're using on your body care products, shampoo, perfume, all of these products emanate a scent. Is it a natural scent? Or is it toxic scent that says fragrance? Because the animal, the lotions, everything you spraying around the house sprays, candles that you're burning, as I said, the plugins and whatnot, all of this emanates an odor, and 99.9% of the time it's toxic, and it's toxic to your pet when they breathe it, when you breathe it and when they breathe it. And it's going to cause respiratory issues because of it. So we want to stay away from those types of products as well. It's just being really conscious of what you're using and how it affects not only you, but it affects everyone. And what the issue also is toxic overload, which means the more you use it over time, it builds up and builds up and builds up and builds up. One ingredient, one toxin, one time probably isn't going to cause you a problem. Our bodies can flush it right out. But hundreds over decades, that's the problem. And there's a study done that shows that by the time 9 a.m. rolls around, most women have already put on over 80 toxic chemicals on their body unknowingly. By the end of the day, over 300. Men are over 300 as well. They just have less in the morning. And Don't you think this affects you? Don't you think it affects you? When you take a tiny little drop of poison today, it probably isn't going to do anything. But when you do it every single day, over and over and over and over again, it's going to affect you. And it's going to affect your furry babies. And it's going to affect them faster. Why do you think cancer and allergies and itching and all of these conditions that animals are getting now, why? It's because of what they're succumbed to. It's not like it was back in the old days. It's not like they're wild animals running out in the wood anymore. Their body deteriorates from all these chemicals, and it speeds up the aging process as well. I meet dogs that are 5 and 6 years old, and they're graying. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. Julie was 12 and a half years old and no gray. Here's another one. It's kind of off topic, but it came to mind, so I'm going to mention it. Do you brush your dog's teeth? And if so, what kind of toothpaste do you use? The teeth play such a big role. And if you're brushing them, be conscious of what you're using. It has to be pet safe. Pet safe. And that will help or not. I see dogs again that are 2 and 3 and 4 years old and they've got yellow teeth. No one's brushing them. What happens if you didn't brush your teeth? It'd fall out. That's what happens to a dog. We don't think of these things, but just they're just a different form, but they need their teeth cleaned too. Brushing it regularly yourself, and then going in for a non-aesthetic dental cleaning about every 6 months. That's what I did. And her teeth were perfectly white. You can get that back for sure. And then the dentist actually, or the doctor that does it, goes over all the other things with their teeth as well. I know that's a side note, but I wanted to share that with you. And the third thing that's important is, once you've figured this out, is creating a non-toxic home and environment. Once you've figured it out, you're like, okay, I got to start doing this. I got to start shifting things out, going one room at a time, swapping the bad out for the good, and doing this. It's creating that atmosphere, that space of a non-toxic environment, and why it's so important. And it's so important because of the air quality in the home. It's going to bring up the air quality in the home, and very much you want safe furnishings for your home and the decor. You don't want to make sure that they're not outgassing in your home. Everything's shut up, locked up. You got the AC on maybe, or you got windows like I do. I don't have AC, unfortunately. We're at the beach. But everything's closed up, whether it's summer or winter, and all those items are outgassing in your home. So it's being conscious of the air quality in the space that you have too, even though you're no longer using chemicals and you're using diffusers instead of candles, and you've thrown all the plug-ins in the trash. It's these items that are outgassing. So you have to be very conscious of that too. There's you can make a spray that you can spray on this, and it will basically eat away all the toxins that are in it, disintegrate them, not cover them up. It'll eliminate them. I use a special oil blend that does just that. And so anything I bring in the house that's new, I'll spray them down really quickly, and then it's gone and it's neutral from that point on. So that's a way to get around it. Okay, so I'm going to go back over a few things just to give you quick tidbits. So you can check in on this. So we're talking about elevating your home with non-toxic products, why it's important, and how to get started. And we've gone over how to get started is start one room at a time and just take a deep breath and give yourself a pat on the back for getting started, because it's not easy. But we want to, in the home environment, we want to use non-toxic cleaning products in the home. We want to use non-toxic personal care and pet products in the home. And we want to also make sure that we're creating a non-toxic environment, and that the products that we're bringing into the house aren't causing more damage. That's the main thing. So just being aware of all of this. Anytime you have any questions or anything about this, please feel free to comment below or message me, and I will happily answer any questions. If you want my guide, my positive choice guide to non-toxic living for dog mamas, then you can also just message me as well. Feel free to message me or comment below. Actually, I want you to use the different ones so that I can make sure I get it to you really quickly. Use the word, what do I want? Let's see. How about elevate? That's a good word. So just comment elevate, and I'll make sure that I can get you that guide. And it's a good way to get started. If you actually also want to know about the products and stuff that I use that are completely non-toxic for the whole home and boost the immune system, then comment boost, and I will actually get you that information as well. And see if you know what's right for you. I always say, start small and slowly work your way through it. It's going to be a lot easier and less stressful when you just do it that way. Unless you want to do it all at once, we can do that too. Whatever works best for you. But it's just eliminating these toxins and elevating your space to a non-toxic home. And your fur babies will thank you. They will thank you. You will see the differences in how they feel in their health. And this is something that I discovered was so important. The more you do this, the more confident and happy you become, it's going to actually build a stronger bond because you know that you're doing everything possible for your fur baby. Everything. And that adds an extra layer of connection with your pup. And they know it. And then you feel more confident knowing that you're helping them and you're building a safe environment for them. I love it. I was so happy knowing that if we had a hiccup or she had something wrong, I knew it wasn't me causing the problem. I was 100% solid on that. Whereas in the past, I didn't have that. And I had to live with that. But I understood it, just didn't know what I was doing at the time. So these things are so important. And the more we can add this into our environment, into our home, into our space, and being conscious, living holistically through non-toxic products and a lifestyle, it's going to raise your vibration. It's going to build a deeper bond with your pup. They're going to listen to you more. You're going to be calmer, more in alignment, and things are just going to flow. That's the key. Peace and flow. Anyway, with that said, I am excited to talk to you tomorrow. We're going to start going over the home's vibration and how to accentuate that. That's what my topic is tomorrow is. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you every step of the way. Hold on one second. Okay. And I want to thank you for being here, for watching, for spending time with me. And I look forward to seeing you on the next live. Remember, always create something magnificent with your pup. Until tomorrow, ciao for now. Bye. See ya.